Hi Gemini, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for May 17th through June 19th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. I also, in the description box below, have the recommend a reader shout outs. I have two. They go to Halo Moon Tarot and Victor Otto. So much love and support to them, and hopefully you can check them out and show them some love and support if you like what they have to say. All right, so this is the Harsh Truth for Gemini. All right. Gemini. Page of Swords. Interesting. I feel like this is like thinking about something, just kind of like, maybe. Like you're on the fence, or you're kind of like, meh, you know? Watching and waiting has that element, of course, to it too, but this feels kind of like, we'll see, that type of feeling, we'll see. All right. Four of Wands, the Moon, Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, Five of Wands. All right. Hello. Stop it. Okay. All right, so what's this Four of Wands about? Are you two like not talking, or are you just communicating online? Is the relationship in crisis, or have you separated? And you're kind of waiting to see if someone can prove themselves, or what's this Four of Wands about? Perhaps this is online communication. What's this Four of Wands about? Okay. What's this Moon about? This could be Pisces or Cancer. This could be, we're talking about a Queen of Swords. This could be Libra. Knight of Cups could be Scorpio. What's this Moon about? Why? What's this Moon about? Is this someone wanting to figure out what to do about, are they feeling like this is wishful thinking, or do they feel like illusion, or they've been deluded, they've been deceived? Or is there just too many answered questions and they just need time to sort things out and make things happen for themselves? What's this about? All right, what's this Queen of Swords about? What's this Queen of Swords about for Gemini? Okay, what else? Both of you are being stubborn. This is like, well, no, you go first. Well, no, you go first. No, what were you going to say? No, you tell me first. That sort of thing. This is, we got the Queen of Swords here. This is kind of like a, both of you are sitting there staring at each other with your hip cocked and your arms crossed. And kind of, you know, that whole major attitude type thing. And we've got someone being in self-protective mode, trying to figure out what's what, trying to discern the truth, trying to just sort things out. And then we've got somebody, we've got you that I think you're just, I don't, do you even know what you want? Or you're just like in shutdown mode? Are you in self-protective mode also? Or are you just, oh, okay, you know what it feels like? It feels like you're like, look, this is the way it is. This is what I have to offer. This is what I want. It's very simple. And yet the other person is just like, they're making, not that they're making it more out to be than it's not. They feel, they honestly believe, I think, that there's some kind of ulterior motive. They have more questions than answers. They suspect betrayal, or at least deception. They're convinced, it feels like, that things are not what they seem. I think they're very mistrustful. They're very distrusting of your intentions, or what you want, or what you are offering. And I think that you're wanting this marriage, or you're wanting this communal connection with them, but because of their trust issues, things cannot progress, and that's causing you a lot of stress and heartache. And I think you want this free-flowing exchange of love. I think you want things to be open and communicative, but instead we have this Page of Swords energy, which is, there's like a, you know, and we got the Queen of Swords here too. So this could be fighting online, okay? But this, or indirectly, like through, you know, letters or friends or with gossip, that sort of thing. But this could also be, you know, that you two aren't talking, and what you need to do is talk and figure things out. But this one is very closed off because they feel like they're being manipulated. They feel controlled. They feel like they're having trust issues. What's this Ace of Cups about for Gemini? I think you want to work through this. I think you're like, okay, I'm tired, but I'm showing up. This is me being courageous and having integrity and committed and loyal and strong and willing to defend somebody's honor, or at least show up. Courage and persistence. What's this Knight of Cups about? What's this Knight of Cups? This is someone, you're dealing with someone, Gemini, that feels that security is at issue for them. That they're not thinking that this relationship is on solid footing. I think they're distrustful because I think we got the King of Pentacles and we got the Knight of Pentacles here. This is someone that does not trust that the relationship is stable, solid, steady, and secure, or that it can be. And I think that's what they're wanting you to come through with. They're wanting you to assure them that there can be a solid future, or that things are solid, things are stable, you two are connected, and it's connected, stable, and assured, and reliable, and consistent. And they're not able to get past, how is this going to work? I don't feel like I can trust, or I don't feel like this relationship is going to be able to go to the distance. They don't feel like the relationship is built on solid ground. There's not a solid foundation. They feel like, it's funny because it feels like they want a lot of assurances and a lot of, especially about the security and longevity. They want things to calm down. They want things to calm down. All right, because we can see here too by the Pentacles that the issue for this, for both of you, is being able to, but I feel like for you it's like, look, this is how it is, and they're just like, yeah, but I need to know this, and you're like, I don't know that I can tell you that, I can just tell you this. So I think they may want more from you than you're willing to give, or that you can give. Not that they're needy, but their main focus is the security and stability of the relationship, and can they trust. They need to cut through the illusion. They're worried about being deceived, and at this point, the more they're assured, the more they, but what about this? But what about this? It's like they have more questions. Every time an answer comes up, it just begets more questions. And that can be pretty exhausting. No shade, but it's something has caused them to mistrust. All right, what is this Five of Wands? What is this Five of, hold on a minute here. Let me get a new deck. This is Five of Wands. This is Five of Wands for Gemini. Okay, we got the Five of Wands. Why? That's conflict. Okay, so we've got, this just flew out and it was like this. So this could be somebody that is just like emotionally insecure. Okay, this is someone that they can't feel connected or secure in a relationship unless things are consistent and predictable and reliable, because this one needs to meet their emotional needs first before they can begin to feel like this, or, you know, secure in a relationship. So this could be a codependent relationship. Somebody's really emotionally insecure. They keep raising the bar because it's never going to be enough, that sort of thing. Not throwing shade, just that could be the dynamic. All right, so for Gemini, what's this Five of Wands about? What's this Five of Wands about for Gemini? Wands for Gemini. Five of Pentacles. Wow. What's this Five of Wands about for Gemini? This Five of Wands about for Gemini. So this could be an online relationship. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like this is an online relationship. It could be. It feels like there is communication online though. So there's that. It feels like it's resorted to that, like indirect communication, so that things don't get too heated and so that someone doesn't get their feelings hurt by watching your reaction to things, like an eye roll or watching the exasperation. Do you know what I mean? So this is you just, I feel like you're going to kind of disconnect because you feel like it's just not going to be worth it. There's nothing that you can do. And this person is going to be waiting for you to reach back out to them. They're still connected to this situation and wanting to see what's going to happen. But you're going to feel like, you know what, there's nothing I can do. So they're wanting to know, how can you make me feel more secure? And you're just like, you know what, I don't know. I don't know what more I could do to offer you security. So I just have to pull back and go away and disconnect because I'm never going to be able to assure you enough. I'm never going to be able to meet your needs because you keep raising the ante, because every time I try to tell you something, it just gives you more questions. Now, this also could be one of those situations where somebody does, this could be that crazy making situation where somebody says one thing and does another, but then turns around and is like, no, yeah, everything's fine. And that this person is going more and more crazy because you're like, yeah, but you said it was fine, but then you did this. So that disconnect, you know, that cognitive dissonance where someone's sitting there being hateful, but they got a smile on their face, and it's like, okay, but they're smiling, so they're supposed to be happy and nice to me, but they're doing and saying hateful things, that passive-aggressive BS. So anyway, this could be, your person could be suspecting that you're trying to gaslight them or whatnot, like make them crazy, like you say one thing, because there's a profound level of distrust here. And it's almost like they are in free fall. Like they honestly don't know how to resolve this. And it might be that they think the answer is for you to offer them the utmost security, like assure them. But you're just like, I can't meet your needs. This is my threshold. I have reached my limit. This is the way it is. This is what I'm offering. At this point, take it or leave it. And it looks like you're going to withdraw because it's just exhausting. You're going to disconnect. Maybe you don't want to, but it's almost like you're jumping ship because you can't take it anymore. And they're going to be like, but wait, don't go, wait. And I'm not ripping on them. I'm not making them sound needy or this or that. It's just that the dynamics of this relationship are very, it's reached a tipping point. It's moved into like not, it's just not healthy. It's just not healthy, and it looks like there is a need for time apart. Confirmation card for not Aquarius, Gemini. Confirmation card for Gemini. Confirmation card for Gemini. This could be Taurus, by the way. This could be Cancerian. This could be Gemini. Why do I keep saying that? Fine, we'll go with Gemini because I keep saying Gemini for this. I was going to say it's supposed to be Aries or Virgo. Could be Gemini. Why not? Keep saying it. What else for Gemini? Perhaps they feel like you have ulterior motives. Perhaps that's what it is, and they're distrustful because something happened. Maybe this is based on reality. Something happened in the past, and they're like, I just don't know if I can trust you. Right. What's confirmation for Gemini? This is regretfully so. Look at this. 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. This is all about needing to make necessary cuts to pull apart. This is to have some time by yourself for determining a situation, for deciding what you're going to do. This is pulling away strategically, making cuts strategically, figuring out your next step, because things have come to a point where you need to start cutting away that which does not serve you or that which cuts into you. Basically, things need to go. Either they're not healthy, they're draining, or you need to make a shift and move in a direction for, it's like you need to, because the next card would be the 6 of Swords, and that is all about transitioning to a more emotionally healthy place, leaving emotion out of it and just using logic and intuition, what makes sense, what feels right. So this is coming to that point where you're about to transition out of something. And this is you needing to make some necessary cuts and make some wise decisions for your future. And one of that might be cutting this relationship off for now. We're only at a 5, we're not at a 10. So this is time apart, quite possibly, because there's just going to be more conflict. There's going to be more conflict because you're like, I feel disconnected, or I want to disconnect. And they're like, but wait. Okay, I'll give you the time, but then they're still wanting you to come back in and kind of save the day. All right. What else was I going to do? Okay, so what would Gemini's person say to them? 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 I got spooked? Really? I don't think this is, well, I mean, if they're having profound issues of feeling secure in the relationship and there's this emotionally, they're just all over the place. They're, you know, very, yeah, that could be one way to put it. I got spooked. Okay. Especially if they're just needing constant reassurance. Oof. I mean, how would that, what spooked them then? What they get spooked about? Is this their own issue, or is this something you did? And I say you did because there's heartbreak here. So is this, when we got 3, so is this more than one person in the relationship? I mean, this could be something from their past that's caused them to be profoundly insecure, or, but I don't see any cards of the past here. So this might be situation specific, that they're just, something has happened with you in the past that makes them not be able to get their footing emotionally. They just can't feel secure no matter what happened. And maybe they don't want things to end, but at the same time, they don't know how. And for you too, you're like, I don't know what more I can do to convince you that things are going to be okay. All right. Snapshot for Gemini. Snapshot for Gemini. Snapshot for Gemini. This is not, just so you know, this isn't like, I can't see who's right or wrong. I know how I feel, but sometimes I wonder if I'm biased. But I feel like this is based on a situation that happened within the relationship, why there's that profound distrust that they have not yet been able to work through and let go. So whether that's for you to make right, or, but I feel like it's connected to this and it's just completely upended them and they can't get their emotional footing. They can't come back from it. And I think they think the answer might lie in you fixing it, but it's like a black hole. You can't. And it might be that because of that, you two need time apart because they got to get their head right. Whether it's something you did that you've atoned for or not, they need to be happy with the way things are, or you guys aren't going to survive, because you can't keep paying for something that you did for the rest of your life with them. You can atone, and then that has to be the end of it, and you both need to be able to move forward. They can't keep raising the stakes and moving the target. I mean, they can, and you can try, but it's going to end up right here. The heartache. So, you know, somebody can give a valiant effort and just be like, I'm really sorry, I'm going to spend the rest of my life making it up for you. Yeah, okay, this is not a fairy tale. This is real life. I'm probably going to end up hurting your feelings again. Not that I mean to. Now, if this was a cheating situation, okay, that's at everybody's own discretion. I get that. But at some point, even with the cheating, if you're going to be with somebody, and I'm preaching to the choir here probably. I'm kind of talking about your person here, Gemini. But the reason why I'm saying this is at some point, this feels like you don't want to walk away or disconnect, but you get so fed up with having to constantly reassure them. They need to be able to move past whatever happened that is causing them to distrust and want all these assurances, because you're not going to be able to satisfy that. I'm not ripping on them. I'm just saying that the answer lies in them pulling away, and getting their head screwed on straight and figuring out what they want and if they can handle things the way they are. If not, then they need to go, because you're never going to be able to reassure them. That has to come from their own sense of security. It's not something that you can do for them. You can contribute to it, sure, and maybe this situation from the past undermined that security that they felt with you, but even still, if you two are going to continue as a couple, and I'm going on and on about this because that's why I'm talking about the 5 of Swords here. This is all about deciding, because you're not almost, this is half of 10, right? 10 is done. 10 is done. We got a 3 and we got a 5 of Swords. So some decisions need to be made, some cuts need to be made. And to do that, both of you need to disconnect And this one needs to figure out, can they feel secure in a relationship that caused them to feel insecure? This one needs to look at why they feel, insecure. And if it has anything to do or evidence based on their present reality with you. Because there's only so much you can do to help that. And at the end of the day, it has to be with them. Even if there has been something to cause this sort of insecurity, at some point, if you can't live with it, you got to go. And I'm not saying you, I'm saying them. I love you, but I cannot be with you because I can't get past what happened. That's honest and that's realistic. And it's going to suck and it's going to hurt. But at least you're not going to keep torturing yourself by being in a situation that, well, where are you? Where were you? Did you call? Okay, well, what's going to happen next year? That's no way to live for either of you. But the alternative is leaving, right? And maybe they don't want to do that. That's a tough one. Okay, so we've got, oh, awesome, card of betrayal and deception and manipulation and of deceit and dishonesty and ulterior motives. Nice. Okay, so we've got the fox and we've got the key. If this is not about employment, this fox is about sneakiness, manipulation, things, you know, being defrauded, that sort of thing. And we've got the key, which is a significant relationship, a karmic relationship. So there looks like that whole spiel I just gave, well, damn it, there might be some basis in that because we've got someone with ulterior motives here. We've got, or at least the suspicion of somebody in this karmic significant relationship has been manipulative, is dishonest, there's been deceit, there's been like two storylines going on for this person. One reality with you and another over here. This very well could indicate that you, Gemini, did something dishonest or cheated and this person can't move past it. All right, what else? Oh. All right, for Gemini. What is the harsh truth for Gemini? Anything else they need to know for Gemini? Anything else for Gemini? Anything else for Gemini? Four of Swords, taking a break. Didn't we see the Four of Swords here somewhere? I thought we did. All right, so pulling back, withdrawing, taking a break. 1, 2, 3, 4, the 10. 10 of, so withdrawing from the, okay, this person's, we've seen the issue of security come up time and time again, and this is saying you need to withdraw from that situation. You need to give it a rest at trying to prove security, trying to assure them. Again, we have a long-standing, even karmic relationship here, and this is also a long-standing relationship, and this is about withdrawing from that. So this is you disconnecting and withdrawing from this situation, and that's probably why there's this communication, if not bickering or fighting online, if there is any at all. This could also be just giving things time and watching and waiting and just letting things die down and calm down. All right, Gemini, I wish you luck with this. I hope you and your person are able to see through this. I feel like this person's damn near in crisis over this. They're just really, kind of needing some balancing, to put it that way. I'll just leave it at that. But they need to rein things back in. Make some decisions in their best interest at this point. All right. I hope to see you in the next reading. I thank you, Gemini, for stopping by. You take care.